Well, hello and welcome back to the Rest of Saga YouTube channel. And this week I'm back with another tool review, and that is the Milwaukee M12 battery inflator. As I've said, I'm not sponsored by Milwaukee, but I really enjoy their products, and I'm going to take you through this battery inflator and explain why I think it's such a good addition to your tool collection. Right, the Milwaukee M12 battery inflator. As you can see, it is, first of all, pretty sturdy construction. Okay, hard plastics throughout. I particularly like that the LCD is well set into the machine. It's not sitting flush with the upper surface, so it's not going to get damaged. Buttons are all nice and rubber. So the other thing you might have noticed as I'm moving around is the feet. It has isolated rubber feet. So if you're using this on a hard surface, you're not going to get a load of noise transferred. It is pretty noisy, but then it is a small compressor. Down at the bottom here, I have the 2 amp hour battery, but you can put the larger ones in. There's enough space, but all I have is the smaller batteries. Carrying handle, or hanging handle if you want to mount it up on the wall. And then round the back here you have all your bits and pieces. So the first thing you have is your hose. Now, I like this because it has, let's get this focused, a brass nozzle. And the good thing about it is that it independently swivels, so I don't have to twist the whole tube to get that on. It's well machined, hasn't cut any threads or rounded off any threads on Schrader valves. So that's, to start off with, that's for your Schrader. So most commonly for bicycles, and what I've used it for is for the Land Rover and the car tires. So I'll let that hang down there. Otherwise, in here you have for blowing up sort of like sports balls, like footballs, rugby, anything you so wish. I'll set that down there. And this one here, I haven't entirely worked out whether it's like for, I don't know, a yoga ball, something like that. I'm sure someone in the comments will have a clever suggestion, or maybe even like an airbed, or what else would you use it for? Something like that, or inflatable. And then the last in here, hiding, is a little converter. So you can use this then for the Presto valves. So you put the Presto valve on the Presto valve, and then put your Schrader brass on the back. So we'll just set those there in the meantime. So your hose just wraps around the back, tidily out of the way. It's a good length of a hose, and it's pretty sturdy. And it just holds in there at the back. So let's turn it on and I'll show you what the screen looks like. So on button. Up here you have your battery indicator. This is your target PSI. Sorry, top is your target PSI. You can change the units if you wish, but that's what I use. Suppose if people were using bar, you can change that too. My daily driver has 30 PSI in the rear tires, and then you're just hitting start. Turn it off. As you can see, it is a wee bit noisy. I suppose it's a bit of a downside, but it is what it is. It's a tire inflator. It's never going to be particularly quiet, and it's a whole lot quieter than my air compressor ever was. Incidentally, I have replaced my air compressor with this. I was really only using my small air compressor for tires, and I was able to sell it and put some of the money towards buying this, which takes up a lot less space in the workshop, and I can throw it in the boot of the car or in the Land Rover from planning a long trip. It's just handy for that extra peace of mind. So we'll turn that off. The 2 amp hour battery, which is probably the smallest of the 12 volt Milwaukee batteries, really does keep it going for quite some time. I had a situation there where I was topping up a tire quite frequently until I got it replaced, and the battery never really ran out. I've never tested a number of sort of completely flat tires just fully inflated, but I'm sure someone has done that online somewhere. Just looking underneath, that's your air intakes, those rubber feet that I was telling you about. Those are nice and handy. Nice weighty construction, but not too heavy, and it's a real neat size. So I'm really pleased with this. I use it plenty. I find myself a bit more diligent in making sure my tire pressures are all appropriate and kept correct and I've used it for the children's bicycles and so on as well. Just it's really handy to have, throw it in the car and it's always there in case you need it. So hope you find that review useful. I haven't checked the pricing of this recently. I think I paid £90 for this, and that was about a year ago. I've used it plenty since, but I'm sure it's come down a little bit in price since then. The 2 amp hour battery I think is about £25. So overall, probably £100–110 to get you this, which is about what you pay for a compressor anyway. And my compressor is too small to do much else and blow tires up with. So this was great. Highly recommend. Very few downsides. It has never failed me, and I have a 3-year warranty on it, so hard to beat. Thanks very much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found it useful, and maybe you'll be considering adding a battery inflator to your tool collection. I bought the Milwaukee one as I was well invested in their battery system. As I said at the start, I'm not sponsored by them, but I just like their products. So hopefully you enjoyed that. You'll find me on Facebook and Instagram. I reply to all my comments, but please give me a like and subscribe as well. I'd really appreciate it. See you again next time. Cheerio.